Hey, how you doing there again, folks? You get a course? Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V, Series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about, hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, it's everybody's least favorite segment that I do for this show. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? It happens to be my ginger shirt. One of a few that I have, actually. It's very cool. I love the design. If you're somehow unfamiliar with the band Ginger, I called Ginger years and years ago. Ginger is a Ukrainian metal band. They have been around for, I want to say probably at least a decade or so. Yeah, definitely at least a decade. I actually got into them real early on. Like, I love to find new music all the time, and I ended up perusing, the early YouTubes and stuff, and I found their stuff, and I was really impressed, thought they were really great, and thankfully, they blew the fuck up, man. They've been really successful. They headline their own tours these days. They come back to America pretty frequently. Although they don't play the Midwest enough. I'm just tossing that out there. But I've been fortunate. I've actually seen them perform live a couple times now. I actually have videos of said performance. They're on the channel as well, in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, folks, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction, because I think they're an incredible band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Why is it everybody's least favorite segment that I do? Well, folks, that's because I popped on out to a local place called Serino's Deli, which I've reviewed any number of their delicious sandwiches for. You can look those up. But today I decided I'd go over there and tag something else in. What is it? It's boom! It is their roasted red peppers pasta salad. Which means that this is a Salads on Saturdays segment, which again is the least popular segment that I do. I only do it occasionally, I don't really keep up with it, and my interpretation of salad is incredibly loose. Ha ha ha! So this is going to end up on my Salads on Saturday playlist. It's also going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local spots. So let's go ahead, let's open it up. And I've never had any of their salads or anything, I've always gotten their sandwiches. And yeah, I have sandwiches to review after this, so let's get a thing for the thing. Kind of like me. Try to get something. Ha 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 ha! It smells super duper tasty. Fork! Oh, that's good. Flavor profile reminds me a little bit of like a macaroni salad. It's definitely got kind of a little bit of a tanginess to it. But, whereas with a macaroni salad, after the tanginess, you sort of, you have that kind of creaminess of a macaroni salad. With this, you've got that nice pepper kind of flavor, just sort of running through it. It's interesting, like, it reminds me almost a little bit, especially with like the type of pasta, of like a Midwest classic, which is mostaccioli. But with mostaccioli, you have like a red sauce or a meat sauce. But this, obviously, much different sauce. That is just really, really good. I like that a whole bunch. It's nice, you can taste the freshness of the ingredients, of, the things that are going on. Like, sometimes, especially if you get like a potato salad or something like that, general salad from like supermarket delis and stuff, a lot of times, I don't want to say a lot of times, but some of the time, they kind of just blend together as one sort of homogeneous flavor. You don't really get like any of the complexities, any of the depth of what actually went into them. With this, that's not the case. You're absolutely Getting a whole bunch of different flavors. And they're all doing different things. You know, creating sort of peaks and valleys as far as like the flavor experience you're getting. Because at times it's tangier, sometimes it's a little bit more peppery. And then it just has kind of a general sort of herbiness to it. That again, I just think it's really nice, tastes really fresh, it's really good. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking delicious. And I also appreciate, not too long ago, maybe a few weeks ago, I went over there, I reviewed like a Mexican street corn salad from Target. And go watch that if you want my full take on it. But the general kind of takeaway from it was that it was okay, but one of the big issues I had with it was the consistency and the texture. Because, you know, if you have like a pre-made salad or something, you know, it can get a little bit mushy. That's not the case with this. With these, every piece of pasta holding its structure. Really nice, very tasty. And I also appreciate that it has a little bit of a kick to it. You know, not a whole lot, but again, kind of that pepperiness. Goes to the back of your throat just a little bit. Gives you a little extra something, a little extra complexity. I really like this. I think this is very, very, very tasty. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I have to go with yes and yes. I think, again, for me, when I go to Serino's, 90% of the time I'm getting me a sandwich. You know, because I really like their sandwiches. But I am trying to explore the rest of their menu a little bit, you know, branch out. And I think the nice thing for me is that, especially as I've gone over there personally, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more health conscious, you know, so like I'm not, you know, and some people might have even noticed, I'm not posting up like as much of, you know, like I'm not doing like 2 to 3 sub sandwich reviews on Sunday. A lot of times, you know, sometimes I'll do 2, sometimes I'll just do 1. Because again, I'm trying to kind of, you know, I don't always need to buy 2 sandwiches and review 2 sandwiches. It's beneficial for, you know, again, just my waistline and my wallet. But the nice thing is that this is something I can buy as a side. I think it was about $3.50. I can get a sandwich, put this as a side, have a really tasty sandwich, and then also have a really nice little, you know, pasta salad. And I just think it just works really well. Again, reminds me a little bit of, you know, sort of similar structure to like a macaroni salad, but obviously different type of pasta, and some of the flavors, you know, just definitely very different. And it just hits for me. You know, I like the little heat that it's got. I like the complexity of it. I would definitely get it again. And if I'm recommending it, I'm always going to recommend Serino's. I think they're an awesome establishment. Very fortunate that, you know, they're not close to me, but they're not super far. And, I mean, I think this, like I said, I think this is a really nice thing that, you know, go over there, get yourself a sandwich or, you know, pizza. They got a bunch of different stuff. Like I said, I'm going to work my way through their menu. And then, hey, if you want, they've got these little salads that are just, you know, quick little sides that you can go over there and tag in. They're tasty, they're good. And you have the benefit of the fact that, you know, they're an actual, like, deli, and that's what they do, so it's going to be good. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly salads on Saturday-tastic rest of your life, even if my interpretation of salad is a little bit loose. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what is your take on the Salads on Saturday bit that I came up with? Like I said, it never seems to really gain much traction, but I have had some support for it. And the thing is, I'm not against salad, but it's just, it's a rare thing in my life when I'm like, oh boy, let's go get a salad, versus like, oh boy, let's get a sandwich or a burger or pizza, what have you. Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I really did want it to be like a regular feature, just dropped off really quick. But yeah, you know, like I said, maybe I'll get back to trying to make it a regular thing. But let me know. We'll see what happens. But anyway,